Welcome back to Six Survival Diaries. It's your amazing podcaster, Velvet, and this episode is called My Best Friend Invited Me into Her Bedroom. This story takes me back to the late 90s, and out of all the wild situations I've been in, this one still makes me stop and ask, girl, what exactly was the plan here? At the time, I was living with my best friend. We'll call her Money. And when I say best friend, I mean best friend. We lived together, shared bills, shared food, shared stories. Or at least that's what I thought. One evening, we're at home watching TV, laughing, just having the regular night. Then she says, I'm going to call Stakey. Now, Stakey was her boyfriend and the father of her child. So I'm like, okay. A little while later, he comes over. Everything feels completely normal. We're all sitting in the living room, talking and hanging out. Then about 10 minutes later, Money gets up and heads into the bedroom. No big deal. I stay in the living room. A few minutes pass, the bedroom door opens, and Stakey walks out in his boxers. Immediately, my spirit sat up because, sir, you just got here. Then he looks at me and says, Money wants you. That's it. No explanation, just Money wants you. Now, because that's my best friend, I figure she wants help with something. So I get up and walk toward the bedroom. But something felt off. You ever get a feeling that something isn't right? That was me. I reach the door, open it, and immediately wish I hadn't. Because there is Money, completely naked, laying across the bed, looking right at me. And before I can process it, she smiles and says, Me and Stakey want you to join us. Excuse me? Join who? Join what? Because clearly everybody attended a meeting except me. I just stood there staring. Then it hit me. This had been planned. Nobody ends up naked in the bedroom and sends their boyfriend out in his boxers without discussing it first. That means conversations happened about me, without me. And honestly, that bothered me more than the request itself, the assumption. Like, what exactly made you think I'd be interested? Because I know I never gave that impression. And the craziest part was how serious she looked. No embarrassment, no hesitation, just complete confidence. And I remember thinking, oh, you don't know me at all. Because no best friend who truly knew me would have expected me to say yes. So I looked right at her and said, What the hell is wrong with you? Then I turned around and walked out. Immediately. No discussion, no debate, nothing. I went back to the living room, sat on the couch, and stared at the TV trying to process what had just happened. Meanwhile, those two stayed in the room like everything was completely normal. And honestly, that told me everything. The next morning made it even stranger. Money came out acting completely normal. Good morning, coffee, business as usual. No apology, no acknowledgement, nothing. Like the previous night never happened. And that's when I realized something. Some people cross your boundaries and genuinely don't believe they've crossed a line. From that day forward, I never looked at her the same. Trust doesn't always end with a huge fight. Sometimes it ends with a realization. One moment shows you the relationship isn't what you thought it was. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Don't get me wrong, people can live however they want. That wasn't my issue. My issue was assuming I'd be interested without ever asking me, then acting like it was no big deal. Absolutely not. That friendship survived for a little while after that, but it was never the same. Something shifted, and some shifts never shift back. And if you have a story you'd like to share, you can always send it to the email in the description. Names, details, and identities can always be changed to keep everything completely anonymous. Because sometimes the stories people carry silently are the ones people need to hear the most. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay connected for all future stories with episode 10, He Knew I Was Cheating, releasing June 4th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Real stories, real survival, real people.